I get asked a lot what my personal practice is every day. Like, what's my warm up? What do I do every day? Since I do teach a lot and I do a lot of different movements around the house, around the property. And so this class, this practice, is what I personally do every single morning. This is my personal routine that I've developed over the years, and it changes a little bit here and there depending on the season or depending on how I feel. If I wake up and I just want to lay on the floor first and start on the floor. So it all changes, it all is different. So let's just start standing. I usually start standing when I get up in the morning, and I always start with some nice big hip circles. Let's start with some big hip circles. And just breathe. Breathe through the hip circles, right? So you're attaching your movements of the body and the movements of the breath together. Let's switch directions. Just enjoying, maybe close your eyes, right? So being in the moment, in the present moment, the awareness as we wake up the body. I like to think that I'm unfolding my body like a flower would unfold in the sun in the morning. Good. Let's bring the weight to the left leg, and we'll lift this right knee up. Hug it in. If you need to lean up against the wall, lean up against the wall. So dropping your left hip, lift this right knee up nice and high. Let's roll the right ankle around. And other direction. Good. Let's hold on behind the knee and stretch it out and bend it. Stretch it out and bend it just 3 times gently. Good. Take it down. Let's do that with the other side. Weight to the right leg. Hollow out that left leg. Find your balance. Again, come up to a wall or lean on something if you need to. This is more about the hip and the balance a little bit. Let's roll that left ankle, but not as much. Right, I'd rather you get the movement, other direction, and not worry so much about the balance if that's gonna tip you off completely. Good, hold behind the knee, straighten and bend, straighten, bend, one more, straighten, bend. Good, let's take them down. And tops of the feet, the right foot, roll those shoelaces towards the floor, rocking that right foot back and forth. Let's do the other side. Left shoelaces on the floor, rocking them back and forth. Great. Okay, back into the center. Let's inhale, bring the arms up. And forward fold. Exhale, bend the knees as you come down. Shake it out. Maybe straighten and bend the legs. What feels good to you right here. But then push down, roll it up. Let those arms come up and out again. And let's do that again. Come right back down to your forward fold. Knees bent. Shake it out. Roll it back up. Arms up and back. We have one more time. Bring it back down. And shake it out. Shake the head and neck. The legs. Maybe bring the hands to one side of the foot, and the other side of the foot. And back. And then rolling back up. Right into beat the drum. Looking over the shoulders. Let the feet and the knees soften. Rolling in and out, in and out. Great. Let's come back. Good. Little shoulder roll. Just to warm up the shoulders too. And other direction. All right. So we'll take the wide legs. Okay, wide legs, toes turned in, and we'll take a forward fold here. Let's come down and hands down to the block, to your floor, to a table or a chair. Let the hips rock from side to side. And if I'm doing this with myself in the morning, first thing in the morning, I don't usually have a mat. I do it in the living room with a cup of lemon water, with hot lemon water. So I'm usually leaning on the coffee table for some of these. So side to side with the knee. So get a little bit deeper. Side to side. So we're warming and being fluid at the same time. Now we're getting a little bit of a stretch. Okay, good. Come back and roll it up. Great, open the left foot and let's do some big circles. Big circles on the left side, 3 times, and 3 times the other direction. Great. Now, like a side angle pose, sort of, kind of, but not really. So a nice bend in this left knee. Right hand on the hip. We'll slide the left hand down as the right shoulder opens, and then come back up. Straighten the left leg. Let's do that again. Bend the left knee, slide it down, pull it back up, straighten the left leg. Let's do one more. So we're just warming up the side body and come all the way up. Straighten. Now this time, let's flip. So left foot closes, right foot opens. Good. Same thing as you bend the right knee this time. Let's do some big circles. On the edges of the foot too, warming up the ankle and the knees to the other direction. Just 3. 3 is good. You can do whatever number you want. And let's do our side bend. So again, left hand on the hip, the right hand slides down, left shoulder opens, we'll slide down and then come up and straighten. 2 more, slide down. Nice exhale on the way down, come up and straighten. And 1 more. Good. Now, we'll go back to the front side and come all the way down to that right knee. Right arm goes up and come back for half Hanuman. Good. So from our half Hanuman, ankle rolling, left ankle rolling around. A few in each direction. Good. The right hip shifting front and back. So the right hip forward and back, forward and back. Good. Then lizard. Come forward. Now lizard, a moving lizard. So as you come forward, rock those shoulders side to side. Right. Again, we want to create some movement, some space. Good. Now, straighten the left leg again. Let's turn to the left for gate pose. Okay. Hands and knees. Hands and knee. Rock the hips left to right. Good. While I'm here, while we are here, let's take a thread the needle. The right arm goes through. Take the right shoulder down. Breathe here a few times. Nice big breaths. Maybe rocking forward and back, side to side. You can lift and lower that left heel if you'd like, just to create some movement here, or not. Right? All these are options. Good. And come out. Great. So coming all the way upright, we'll turn back towards the front. Let the hands come down. We'll come up and going right to the other side. So a full lunge first, come down to wide legs or up to wide legs, over to the right and all the way back down, left knee to the floor. Okay, starting out with the side bend, left arm up and over. And so this just creates this nice strength, length, and stretch down this left side. And come back for the Hanuman. So we'll straighten the right leg, starting out with the ankle rolling. Couple in each direction. Good. Then let's take that left hip back in front. Drawing it forward and back. and just taking your time, right? So we just want to go into wherever you are today, right? Whatever you're feeling today. If you're doing this later in the day, then you might be able to move a little deeper. If you're doing it really early in the morning, like I do, you might not be able to move very much. Okay, lizard. So we'll bend this right knee, come forward, let the right knee open, and again, movement side to side. Great, and then right over to the left, we'll straighten the right leg, turn to the left for your gate pose, rocking the hips, left to right. Okay, and then thread the needle. Let's bring that left arm through. And again, your choice of movement or not. I like movement. If I'm doing this first thing in the morning, I definitely like to add movement. Although sometimes you have to kind of catch your breath because we're so stiff in the morning. If you're doing this, it's just kind of I need a couple minutes to just stretch it out and get a little bit of everything. Come on out. Lots of choices there. Good. Take that right leg in. And let's cat and cow. Cat and cow. Always love the cat and cow. And the rolling cat and cow is always what I would recommend, right? So bringing the hands forward a little bit, letting the spine roll front to back. Maybe some other crazy movements with the spine. Maybe the spine wants to kind of roll around. Maybe not. Okay, side bending child's pose. Walk the hands way off to the right and just side bend back a little bit. Take a big breath. And then let's do the other side. So just a quick pit stop there, just to say we did. Nice. And then to the belly. So as we come back up, we'll come all the way down to the belly. And this is just purely for the stretch on the front of the thighs. So as we reach back the right hand, pulling the heel in, and just taking a few deep breaths. And let's go to the other side. Just want to tap into everything. Waking it all up. Good, let's let that one go. And then peeling it up to a nice high cobra. Come on up and back, downward dog. So here's where those calves enter, right? So pedal the heels a little bit. And let's get right to those calves. So come right into your forward fold. Grab a block, rolled up blanket, or an egg, right? I have these really cool egg blocks. And as you roll up, let's stretch those calves. So if you're using just a regular block, you can do like so and add this type of posture with it. I have these eggs that I use a lot. I highly recommend them. They're wonderful. Ball the foot up. You can also use like a rolled up blanket or towel. That works great as well. Now, two different calf stretches here. The first one is standing tall, stepping the left foot forward as far as what wants to go. Hips forward, heart up, looking up and out, right? Rather than down. Hips forward, letting your tail feathers drop, creating this wonderful stretch in the calves. And a couple of good breaths here. Okay, we're going to switch this up. So let's take this left foot, step it back, So now we've got pyramid legs, and I normally would do this on the coffee table upstairs. So hands on something or on the block, come on down. I do like to be higher with this one, especially when I've got the egg or something under here, right? So now experiencing this a little different, and you can rock that left hip just like we did and have Hanuman front and back, just nice and slow. Be really gentle, kind of like you're giving your leg a massage. It's the experience we're after. Good. Take whatever that rolled up thing is under your foot, and let's come back to a nice forward fold, and we'll come up. Now let's do that on the left side. So starting out with whatever it is under the ball of that left foot, heel on the floor, hips forward, the right foot comes forward as far as the left calf will allow, and then standing tall here. Tail feathers dropping, hard up, looking up and out instead of down. Taking a couple of good sized breaths and just noticing the difference too. Right, today my right side's a little bit tighter than my left, so just notice. Doesn't mean we have to really judge it or do anything about it. We just want to notice. Okay, now let's go back to the fold. So if we step this right leg back a little bit, still facing forward, let's come down, hands to a chair, a block or something. Keep it lifted a little bit. We can adjust. And then we have this really nice calf stretch. Let's take that right hip back and forward. Slowly, taking your time. Good. Okay, great. Let's take that out and come all the way up. Good. Take a few steps to shake it out. And then let's move down to our backs. And I get down to my back after a couple of squats. So first, let's do a couple of squats. I usually hold on to something for them. I'll hold on to the coffee table again, whatever you'd like to hold on to. Come down to your squat. It doesn't have to be a full malasana squat like mine. It can just be like you're sitting back into a chair. Good, let's do 2 more. So just come down and just warming and releasing and then coming up. Sometimes if I feel like it, I'll add some movement while I'm down there. One more time, come down. So sometimes I'll add some movement here. Today, let's just keep it simple. Good, and then a forward fold so that we can transition down to the floor. Let's take the knees down and come around, crossing the ankles, flipping around to your back side. And taking that left knee right on top of the right one so that we can bring them in and kind of shift them a little bit to the right. Good. Sometimes I like to massage the stretch. So on that left side, especially if it's early in the morning, just kind of rub it, massage it. Maybe not. Maybe you just want to hold it. Not worry about it. That's okay too. Stretch the left leg up to the sky and the right leg down on the floor. Hold on to that left leg. Now you can grab your strap. If you have a strap handy, grab it and pull it, put it on the ball of that left foot. Or you can just hold on somewhere on the leg, just getting a nice stretch down the back of this left leg. Now you can decide if you want to open it to the left or bend it and straighten it. Sometimes that's nice. Just explore here. What does this left leg need right now? Where's the stretch needed? Good, and let's do all that to the other side. So take the left foot down. Let's bring the right knee on top of the left one. Pull them in towards the chest. And we have our kind of reclining cow face pose. Just kind of working into that right hip, right buns. can move or not, whatever you want, whatever feels good. Great. And then let's straighten the right leg to the sky, left leg down the mat. Hold on to that leg wherever it's accessible for you, or use a strap. The strap works great too, because then we can get those calves again. Or if you've got short legs and long arms like me, you can reach your big toe and pull the toes back so that we stretch the calves more as well. Now decide where you're holding on, what feels good. You want to just keep it straight up to the sky. Does it need to go off to the right? Maybe it needs to bend and straighten. So the one thing about my personal practice is just listening to my body, right? Which should be about all of our practices, even if you're just here with me watching a video, right? If there's something I'm doing that you're like, no, I'm going to do something different. That's okay, right? That's what it's all about. So let's bring that leg back to the sky and take that right foot to the floor. Left ankle to the right knee. Figure 4. Bring those knees in and twist them to the right. So last one that I usually do here, just a nice twist and a couple of good breaths. Come back and switch the legs so that we have figure 4 with the right ankle on the left knee and twisting to the left. Good, and then come back again. Great. Feet down, just rock the knees. Nice. All right, let's bring those knees up into the chest, give them a little hug. Let's roll up to sitting. A little cross-legged, sitting for a moment, twisting to the right and the left. Good, and then back to the center. And then a little bit of neck work. There's always some neck work involved. So if I take both hands behind the back, let's take both hands behind the back. Lace them up or grab your forearms or elbows, something back there. Dropping the chin down and rock. Right ear to right shoulder, chin to the chest, left ear to left shoulder. And keep going, doing that a few times. Back and forth. Back and forth. Good. Back to the center and shake it out. Maybe look up a little. Good. Great. So that is my personal practice, and it changes, like I said, a little bit here and there, and honestly, not a whole lot. If I feel like one thing needs a little bit longer, I do that a little bit longer. If it doesn't need to have any of that today, maybe my neck needs more work. It just is different every day. So I hope you enjoyed that. I have not ever shared my personal practice with anyone, so that's fun. And feel free now to go back to what you've enjoyed, right? Maybe there's something else your body needs a little more of. Sometimes I'll bring my legs out before I get up, before I stand up from here and come forward. Sometimes there's side stretches here. You choose, right? So remember, this practice is yours. You own it. And so what is it that your body wants? If we did that side, let's do the other side just for fun. If you followed me through that, leaning forward, the left leg out, and the right arm up. Just a nice active practice. Get things moving, get things flowing. I hope you enjoyed my movement today. Till next time.